welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Plan With Me video. This time we will be doing some planning for March. So here you can see my February pages. I went with this bright pink theme. You can view how I made these pages in my February Plan With Me. And I'm going to start with making some final pages for February. So if you've seen my previous videos, you know that I always do this. I make a memories page on the left side, and then on the right side I'm going to make a review page for the month of March. So for February, I'm first going through my calendar to see what I did this month, and I also check my pictures usually to see if I missed anything. And yeah, I just write down all of the things I did that I would like to remember, and it's really nice to go back into your bullet journal and read all of your old memories, because there's quite a lot of things that you tend to forget. So yeah, as you can see here, I spilled some of my tea, but it's all fine, didn't get on my bullet journal. So for February, most of the memories are like housewarmings, because for the last couple of months I've been going to so many housewarmings, and we've also been throwing a few ourselves, but I guess it's normal if you just graduated and you have a lot of friends who just graduated, that everyone's doing a lot of housewarmings. So yeah, I think if I go back and read my memories from the last months, then that's probably what I've been doing most. So here I'm looking for some decoration. If you watched my previous video, I used this flyer or booklet from a company that does creative courses, and they have some really nice pictures in there, and I used it for the front page, and now I'm reusing the flyer to add some extra decoration for my memories page. And as usual for this page, as you can see, I only have a little bit of space on the bottom, and depending on how much memories I wrote down or how big I write, I don't have that much space usually. So I'm just cutting up the pictures and trying to make this artsy collage of colors. I really liked how it turned out. I like this theme a lot. I've never used this bright pink color in my bullet journal before, but I'm trying to use some new colors because I tend to use the same colors a lot, I've noticed. And if you try something new, sometimes it turns out really nice. And I think I'm just gonna add some decorations, and that's probably it. Yeah, on the right side you can see I already wrote the titles for my topics that I want to review. I have 4 different categories that I review each month, which are mental health, lifestyle, education and career, and creative expression. But I usually don't fill them in on camera because I like to really sit down and take some time, and also it's kind of personal. So I usually do it afterwards. And the final thing I do is just add some color to make everything blend in with the overall theme of the month. And that's probably it for the February pages. And here I'm also being careful not to cross the lines of the pen, because it will bleed into my marker. So now we can start on the pages for March. I have a bunch of old flyers lying around, and these 3 are in the running for this month's theme. So I'm first going to go have a look at which markers I have and see which one match the pictures I have in the flyers, or maybe I want to use a part of this map. I don't end up using the map actually, but I'm thinking I will use it for April or one of the coming months, because I think it looks really nice, and I found a nice green color to match it, but to me it didn't really feel like a March kind of theme. I don't know why, but I like this picture that I got from a museum in Oslo a lot more. It says, it's like two people, and on one person's back it says, "Let's talk art," and I guess the other person's back says the same in Norwegian, but I don't speak Norwegian, so I'm not sure. And then I also have this picture, which is also from when I went to Oslo, from the opera house, I think, yeah. I've been trying to reuse things I have, so flyers I have lying around in my bullet journal, and kind of repurposing pictures from that. I used to print out a lot of pictures. As you can see, I have this box and I keep a lot of pictures in there. However, at our apartment we don't have a printer that can print in color. At my parents' house I used to have one, or they have one, so I would just print pictures there, but now that I live on my own I can't do that anymore, and it's just so much effort to go to a print shop and pay for it. I've been too lazy so far to do it, and I've been managing to make bullet journal spreads with the stuff I have. So for now it's actually fine, I think. And it's also nice to put things into your bullet journal that you have some memory of. So I have a lot of things like from museums I went to or places I visited, so it's a lot more personal when you go back and look in your bullet journal. So I think it adds a nice personal touch to your pages. For this month also I did it a bit off-center, the small calendar. Usually I put it in the middle, but that's just a detail. But I thought it looked nice with the setup of the picture and then the extra grid paper. And then on the bottom I'm just going to add some more paper and a cute sticker. And you'll see in a moment I took out all of these markers and I was going to go with a blue theme, but then in the end I didn't, because I really didn't like, I didn't think the blue really matched that well, and I was having a lot of doubts. And then I went with this pastel orange color that you can see at the top, so it's like a highlighter actually, which is why I didn't pick it at first, because I usually use my Crayola markers. But I like the orange color a lot more, as you will see in a moment. And here I was filling in so all my important dates for this month, and I ran out of space, so I had to reorganize the washi tape. But yeah, that's the good thing about washi tape, that you can take it off and it doesn't hurt the paper. So for the goals for this month, I try to look at my resolutions again that I wrote for 2020 to see if there's anything I want to focus on this month. And I guess this month I want to focus on reading a bit more again. I was reading more in January, but then in February I didn't read that much. And I also want to get back into doing yoga more often. And then we're almost done for the front page. Yeah, and here you can see I'm using that highlighter. The only downside about using the highlighter opposed to the Crayola markers is that it bleeds to the page a bit more, I've noticed. So I have to be careful not to go over it again too much. For my habit tracker, I wanted to use the same grid paper that I used as decoration. So here you can see I'm just using that instead of the white one I usually use. And I also added one extra habit this month, which is I want to try and get into bed before 11:30. Because I've noticed that I haven't been doing that, and I think if I go to sleep past 12, it stresses me out a bit that I'm not asleep yet. I think by putting it in my habit tracker, I will be motivated a bit more to just get into bed earlier. And then it's just one page left. I thought about using this picture of the opera or maybe another picture from the flyer, but the opera picture actually is perfect for my memories page, so you will see that in the next video probably, because it's quite small and like horizontal, so it will fit that bottom gap that I usually have quite well. So I looked through this other flyer that I had from, I think it was also a museum in Oslo, and there was like a small bookstore with some free flyers, so I got a couple of flyers, and yeah, I just cut out one of the pictures from the flyer. And here I didn't realize yet that it bleeds through the page. It's not that bad, but yeah, it went through a little bit, but I don't think you can see it on camera. But yeah, I just added some color here to make it a bit more interesting. And I think I'm also gonna add some washi tape. I'm not sure how I feel about this page. I think the picture maybe is a bit too dark. Yeah, but we'll see. It's always very different once you filled out the habit tracker, because there's suddenly a lot more color. So you never know. And here I'm writing a quote, which is "Perfect is the enemy of good." And ironically, I misspelled enemy on the first try, so instead of erasing it, I went over it again, and now you don't really see it anymore. And I think that's everything. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!